Hey guys, welcome to Paul's Hardware. It is Black Friday. That means there's lots of deals going on right now. So today I'm going to go over the deals that I have found that I find to be the most compelling. Either a really good discount on an otherwise good product, or a really good product that has maybe a bit of a discount.
Excellent!
Join ASUS for their PC DIY Day on December 3rd. PC DIY Day is a celebration of the ASUS PC building legacy and will bring together a community of PC gamers, creators, builders, and modders for a day of live streaming and interactive educational videos with your favorite PC builders like my friend JJ, whose helpful tutorials will make building your own PC as easy as 1, 2, 3. Prep, build, and play. There will be contests and giveaways too, with $1,500 ASUS store gift cards up for grabs, so check the sponsor link in the description or head over to the ASUS YouTube or Twitch channels for more. If you guys want to cut to the chase, just check out the description down below where I have links that are organized to some degree for all of the stuff I'm going to be talking about right now. And since it's Black Friday and Black Friday weekend, stuff's going to be going out of stock and new deals are going to be coming in. I'm going to be updating that list on a regular basis over this weekend, so come back to the video and check it out again and see if I've added any new and compelling deals. A quick disclosure that the links down there are affiliate links, so if you click through and make a purchase from a place like Newegg or Amazon, I will earn a small commission. I just want to be upfront about that, but the deals I'm picking today are all deals that I feel like I would buy myself if I was in a situation where I needed those products. Also, a sad note to some degree, which is that the really drool-worthy new products, the new graphics cards in particular, and AMD CPUs, whether you're talking about the newest 5000 series CPUs that just launched, or even the last generation 3000 CPUs that you might be looking to get a good deal on, are either sold out or they're just not up for sale for a good bargain. So that's the downer part of Black Friday 2020, but that said, there's a lot of stuff that aren't CPUs or GPUs, like other parts in the computer and peripherals, that you can get a really good deal on, so you can set yourself up to maybe upgrade to a really nice system sometime early in 2020 when the graphics cards and CPUs come back in stock. Let's start off with some CPU deals that I found, and it's sort of a weird situation where Intel is actually able to provide some decent bargains for their CPUs and maybe even make a bit of a compelling offer if you're considering this versus AMD, especially if you can't find the AMD stuff in stock. So here's a Core i9-9900K for $320, and this one used to sell for up around $500. More recently, it's closer to the $400 mark. Still, it's 8 cores and 16 threads, it's unlocked, and this is a pretty compelling bargain if you're mainly looking for a gaming system, because this, when it comes to gaming performance, is going to be right up there with a 10900K. The only thing is you're going to need to pair this with a 300 series motherboard. Fortunately, in just a minute, there's a pretty good deal coming up on that. For a little bit less, you also have the i7-9700K, which is the non-hyper-threaded version, so this one has 8 cores and 8 threads. It's only $260. Again, though, a really solid gaming CPU here for $260, and don't ignore the list price on here. It has not been selling for $410 recently. That said, $260 is still a pretty good bargain. Finally, here's a 10 series CPU, the Intel Core i3-10100, which usually sells for $122, down to about $100. So if you're looking for sort of a more bargain entry-level solution, this actually is also a pretty compelling comparison to like the AMD 2000 series APUs. I'll try to get some more CPUs to add to those. It's a relatively small stack right now. We do have some cooler deals though, or at least this one, which is the iQOO H100i, over at Newegg on sale for $130. That's about $20 off the MSRP. And this is one of the new Elite Capellix ones, which has very pretty LEDs, and it's a well-built and solid performing CPU cooler as well. Let's move on to motherboards, and here is a nice 300 series motherboard for maybe one of those 9000 series CPUs that I showed you at first, because you do need a 400 series motherboard for a 10 series CPU, and you want a slightly last gen 300 series, and specifically a Z390 motherboard if you want to overclock your 9700K or your 9900K. And whereas in the past it's always been like, oh, the Z series motherboards for Intel CPUs cost so much, this one's only $100. So pair this with one of those CPUs I showed you, and that's a pretty solid gaming setup for $420 or somewhere in the mid $300 range. If you are looking towards AMD though, and maybe looking towards the future a little bit, a B550 motherboard would set you up real nice to slot in maybe a 5000 series CPU once they come back in stock or on sale for reasonable prices. This one's $170, which is about $20 off, but it's a new motherboard, a B550 series motherboard, and also a very solid one all around. It's got good power delivery, and it's a nice setup, including Wi-Fi. For a few bucks less than that, we have the MSI Mag B550 Tomahawk. This is another really solid B550 motherboard, and it's already sold out. So obviously this was a really good deal because it sold out quickly, and even in the brief period of time I had between filming this and that, it's sold out. So sorry, this is sold out because it's a good motherboard and it's even got the front panel USB Type-C connector. We'll see if Newegg brings more of these back in, but this is kind of the story of the Black Friday deals, and this is why we'll be updating the list throughout the day and throughout the weekend. All right, here's another AM4, sort of a budget entry-level proposition from ASRock, the B450M Pro 4, and this can be upgraded in the BIOS to support your 5000 series CPUs. Only $65, down from about $100. I've actually built with this motherboard before, and it's a really solid entry-level option. It's even got a couple M.2 slots on there. It's micro ATX too, so you can build a slightly smaller footprint build out of it. Let's talk about memory, and I like the 32 gig 2x16 gig option for people who are building new and looking a little bit more towards the future and wanting to upgrade beyond your kind of standard 2x8 gig kit that's been popular. So for $110, we got the Corsair Vengeance 3200 megahertz C16. This should slot in and work just fine with the last couple gens of AMD Ryzen 3000 or 5000 series processors, and $110 for the dual 16 gig kit is a good option there. Likewise, we have a Team T-Force Delta RGB kit over on Newegg. This one has a really nice RGB design on the top, so if you're looking for an aesthetic option for a bargain as well, $65 for this one. This is a 16 gig kit, 2x8, but it's DDR4 3200, and again, a nice balance between capacity, looks, and performance, I think, for that one. Let's move into some storage via SSDs, and last year, SSDs were kind of my story for Black Friday. That's what I actually bought myself the most of and found some good deals on. I want higher capacity SSDs, like 2 terabytes and above though. There are some decent deals on 2 terabyte drives, especially if you look at what they used to sell for. This one used to be $500. It does not sell for that much recently, but $250 for a really nice high-end 970 EVO Plus SSD. This is PCIe Gen 3, not Gen 4, so it's going to top out at in the mid 3000 megabytes per second range. Still a really nice NVMe SSD though. If you want an SSD capacity and bang for the buck, you're going to want to stick with a SATA internal drive. So we have a Samsung SSD 860 EVO here, 2 terabyte for $200. Again, not a crazy good deal for this one. I'm looking for sub $200 range for 2 terabyte SATA SSDs. So here's one over on Newegg, the SanDisk SSD Plus, one that I'm happy to recommend. And this is actually a price that I've also seen for this drive recently. About $170 is a good deal for a 2 terabyte internal SSD. I'm hoping to see it drop down even below this though. So I'm going to keep a really sharp eye out for like good 2 terabyte SSD deals. See if we can get one for around the $150 range or less. Maybe that will happen over the weekend or maybe on Cyber Monday. And for $76 though, over on Amazon, we've got the Team Group GX2. This is a 1 terabyte SSD. Again, a SATA SSD, but $76 for a lot of fast storage. So this would be a great supplementary storage drive for games and stuff like that, and 1 terabyte is a pretty good amount of capacity. Let's talk cases next. We have the Corsair Carbide Spec 05 over on Newegg for $53. And if you're willing to go through with a mail-in rebate, you can get it for $20 less than that. So that brings it down to $33 for a very solid case overall. You know, it's not going to be the best, but for that little, you do get at least 1 fan. You would probably want to add 1 or 2 more fans depending on the hardware you're putting inside. But if you're trying to get up and running on a budget, this is a great option for that price. If you want something a little bit nicer, try the Fractal Design Meshify C. Fractal has recently updated with the Meshify 2, and I did a video with a build in that. But the Meshify C, still a very good case. Really nice airflow in the front, very nice internal layout and everything, and it comes with a couple included fans, all for $60. Another great deal on a case over there at Newegg. And you're probably going to want a power supply for your system too, and power supplies are the thing that has also been difficult to find at good prices, I'd say, for most of 2020, unfortunately. If you're not going with one of the higher end GPUs that just launched though, you can totally get by with a 550 watt unit. This one's 80 plus bronze certified, the Corsair CV series. I'm 99% sure this has all black cables included as well, but $58 out the door, and then again a $20 mail-in rebate card brings the price down to $38 total. If you are looking towards something like an RTX 3080 or one of the new AMD Radeon 6000 series cards, these are a little bit more power hungry, and it's probably best to go with a 750 watt option for that. So these are going to cost a little bit more, but we have the EVGA Supernova 750. This is 80 plus gold rated, fully modular, really nice power supply. So I'd say definitely worth the price of $105 right now, and that's about $20 off what it usually sells for. Moving on to some monitors and peripherals though, we've got the LG Ultra Wide. This is a 34-inch 3440 by 1440 display, nano IPS, display HDR 400, 98% of the DCI P3 color gamut, and I believe it's got Thunder Thunderbolt 3, and FreeSync support. A really nice, well-rounded monitor, and I've really liked the LG series, especially their newer Nano IPS displays. This one usually goes for around $1,000, and it's down to $780 right now, so that is a really nice gaming monitor. Also from LG, we have a 27-inch QHD 2560 by 1440. This one is also FreeSync compatible, so this monitor or the previous monitor will work with NVIDIA graphics cards for variable refresh rate as well. HDR10 support and $230. Did I mention it's IPS? It's also an IPS display. Really nice set of features there for $230. Got some peripherals. Here's the Cooler Master MH630 gaming headset. This one's not going to blow you away when it comes to like top of the range sound quality if you're comparing it to like $100 plus options, but it's a well-designed headset for about $40, and it's compatible with your Xboxes and your PlayStations and stuff like that too. Here's a Logitech G502 Hero, the high-performance gaming mouse. This mouse is very well respected and loved by many people who use it in the industry. Usually sells for $80. Right now, half off, $40. Great deal. If you need a new mouse, get yourself to the Logitech G502. You can buy it right now for $40. Some of these aren't going to come into stock for, a week or so, but that's okay. You can be patient, right? You're patient for the graphics cards and the CPUs. You can be patient for peripherals too. Here's a Razer Black Shark V2. Another, this one's a little bit nicer than that Cooler Master one. It's going for $60 right now, and this one is kind of more in the range of like $100-ish typical selling headset. It's got 7.1 surround sound, 50mm drivers. It's got a mic knob integrated into the headset too, which I find is nice to have. So there's a little bit nicer headset for $60 for you. Also from Razer, we got the Black Widow Elite mechanical gaming keyboard, $85. This one says the list price is $170. Razer has a lot of different keyboards, a lot of different lines. This one is the orange mechanical switches, tactile and silent, but it's also a full-size keyboard, which means you get the 10 key and everything, as well as some integrated knobs on there for controlling your media. $85 is a really nice discount for that. Here's another really nice keyboard that usually sells for around $200, the Corsair K95 RGB Platinum. This is Corsair's flagship keyboard, which is why it usually sells for $200, and now it's $130. So there's another really nice keyboard. Tough call between that one and the Razer Black Widow, but I guess it depends if you have other Corsair stuff in your build and whether or not you can use the same RGB control software for both of those. But guys, those are the deals that I have right now. But again, more deals are going to be coming to light as the weekend proceeds, so come back to this video, check the description down below for links. I'll try to indicate when I've updated links and everything. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys get some great deals this Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and holiday season, and we'll see you guys in the next video.